Hello everyone, welcome back. We are now on episode 3 of the NoTractorChallenge, and we're just finishing up compacting the silo from yesterday, or last episode I should say. Let's see if this is going to work the way I want it to work. I don't know if this is actually going to do it, but we'll see. I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't technically work, but I don't think it's going to, because we're not actually driving forwards and backwards. But yeah, what we've got here is a silage compactor, sort of weight thing with a roller on it. Spin around so you can see it a bit. And it's attached to the boom arm, obviously there, as you can see, with a little adapter mod that, in fact they're both mods, but yeah, it's a little adapter mod that, did some of that come out? It did. I'm going to have to grab the thing and push it back up. Okay. Yes, it's they're both mods. The adapter is from a different pack that has like a front loader bucket on it, and it's basically an adapter for front loader tools to telehandlers. So that's quite handy, because we can use it for stuff like this. Now it doesn't have a PTO on it, so it's literally just for picking up 3-point implements. And that was not the button I was looking for. That was the button I was looking for. I don't think we can get a worker to do this. So yeah, let's just plonk the rest of this up. Oops, missed it. Don't have it lowered down enough. There we go. And shove this little bit back up. And hopefully we won't have to compact it again, or if we do it won't be much. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, still good. Okay, well, let's blanket that now. There we go. And we'll just leave the bucket over here, because we're going to have to get our other bag of seeds around into the greenhouse, because it is running fairly low on seeds. And since we're getting ready to have a bit of a sleep for the night, I figure we'll put the seeds in. That way, I've got to find where I've left the forks as well. I think they're back there, aren't they? I have no idea where any of my stuff is at the moment. Yeah, there they are. Not a problem. See, I knew exactly where they were. Okay, got them. Let's get that bag of seed and see about dropping that off into the greenhouses there, because obviously we are going to need to start making some money as soon as we can now. But one of the first things we're going to need to do, let's go into outside view so I can see a bit better, is get some fields done. So that's partly why we've been mowing. So let's extend that. No, didn't work. Bring it back in, lower it down. There we go. That's got it. Okay. Let's run back around with this to the greenhouse. And turn the help window off as well. Swinging our little sack of seeds everywhere. Lovely. Ah, and there's the lorry too. We'll need that in the morning, because we are going to get to ploughing. Now, we could do it tonight, but it's starting to get dark, and it's probably going to get dark very quickly. So, yeah, let's offload these seeds, and I think there was only 100 and some left. So it should go up to like 1100 on the little display. Yeah, there we go, lovely. And we've got a fair amount of water and some manure in there, so that's good too. Now let's get back in this thing, and head back around and just pop it in the thing, back in the shed, barn, whatever, and get ready for a quick night's sleep. Okay, oh dear, going a bit wobbly there. No, I didn't hit anything. What that is, it's caused by the weight that we have on the back. For some reason, I think because it's a front weight, something just goes a bit weird with it, and it makes this thing very wobbly when you're turning. Now, the interesting thing is it doesn't actually make it flip, it just makes it cock one of the wheels up in the air and go a bit weird. But that's okay. Yep, so we are going to pop around to the house, have a bit of a sleep, and then pick it up again shortly in the morning. Alright, here we are. Now it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's time to pretty much get started on these fields, I think. Although we will go check the greenhouse too, just to see how it's doing. And there's a deer in it. Well, that's nice. What have we got here? Lovely. We've got 3 full pallets. And it is going through the seeds at a fair old rate. We may have to spend a bit more money on them. And get some more water along too, because that's going through that fairly quick as well. So at some point we may have a trip to the shops in our future. But for now, let's have a crack with this. See what we can do about getting some fields set up. So we are going to have to grab the plough. And oh yeah, we're going to need all sorts to do. Get started with this, aren't we? Let's hook that up. And obviously we don't have a 3-point on the back of this. Now we could use one of the adapter things, the created 3-point links, and go with that, but I figure we'll use this for something different. Yeah, that way we can go with what we've got as it is. Okay, now this field is going to start, I think, around about here. So let's unfold this. If I can find the button to unfold. Oh, wrong tool. There we go. And I don't want it too close to that little path. Not that it matters specifically, but we are going to need a little bit of room to drive stuff down. And yeah, I think we'll start probably about there. So let's set that to ploughing, hopefully. Plonk it into the ground, and there we go. It is now making a field. So let's see about this. And I'm hoping that is going to drag up some stone. What is that all about? Grapes. Okay. So we still have a grape field apparently. And we are getting some stones, so that's good. Now that's interesting, because there's not anything that looks like a grapes field up here. But now that we're ploughing it, it's saying it's grapes. I wonder if we're going to have spontaneous grapes just start growing. That would be interesting. Zoom out a little bit there. So that may fix itself once we hit it with a seeder, possibly. We shall see. So let's get this done. Lovely. Make as much use of the mode part as we can. Yeah, that is very strange. Now we could of course put straight like right angle corners on this field, but I think since it's we're doing it fairly naturally, aside from that one corner where we started, we'll be okay just with doing this. And again, I don't want to get too close to the road, so we shall go about there, hopefully, and not be too close. It's a bit closer than I wanted to be, so we might just grass that back in a little bit. Yeah. Don't often use these lengthy, dragged, trailed, rather, ploughs, but obviously this is usually a 3-point link attached thing. I mean, technically it is still attached to a 3-point link, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, we may have left a bit too much space, but I mean, once the grass grows back up again, it won't look quite so bad. And plus, we're thinking about putting a fence up there as well at some point. So let's get this done here. Lovely. Yeah, that is curious about that grape markings coming out there. Like I say, maybe once we go over it with a seeder or something, it'll change up. But nevertheless, we shall continue on with the ploughing and figure that out as we go. Yeah, if we need to go back across it with just the terrain tools or something to put a nice oh, missed it, just to reset it and then hit it with the plough. Oh yeah, ploughs backwards as well, doesn't it? We might have to do that, but we shall see. So yeah, we'll get this one done quick now. I mean, it's basically just ploughing, so we'll plough on, as it were. Once we've got this one finished, we'll hop over and plough the next one, and probably bring it back in just for a little bit of that, so you can sort of see as we get started on it, mark out the field, and then you know, I'll do all the meaty part of it off camera, so you don't get bored just watching me plough for an entire episode, because you know that's probably what's going to happen otherwise. But yeah, we do have some stones coming off. That's nice, because we will need to fertilise and lime spread as well. So we are probably going to have to take a trip to the store today and get some bags of just about everything. So that's not a terrible idea. So we can do that and yeah, get some seed in, some fertiliser. Get these stones put in the lime, the stone crusher lime production thing that we have over in the other thing over behind those trees over there, and that should produce us some lime, and in a pinch we could always sell it if we need to. So we'll just see how that all goes. So yeah, I'll get this done and then come back in a bit once we're starting on the other field. Okay, we're back again now with the start of the second field. See, we got that first one nicely ploughed out, and this one is going to take a little bit longer, I think, because it's just a bigger area more than anything, and we have trees to contend with as well, so there is that, which should make it interesting, add a little bit of texture to the field. And I missed that bush, but that's okay. So let's see if we can get this thing around without getting too close to the edge. There we go, that's perfect. Yeah, and as we sort of mapped it out by cutting the grass previous time, we have a fairly good idea of where we're going to go. Although I am going to cut it off a little bit earlier this time, so that yeah, we have sort of a line straight up there to the greenhouses, in case we want to put like a road in here that goes up the back past the forest there. And I say forest, small wooded area. Yeah, that way it's not. Yeah, we could get a fairly decent sized field going on. And, yeah, just swing out there. Hopefully not too close to ruin the pavement or the road, some track, whatever it is. But yeah, so far this has been going quite well. It's definitely an interesting way to plough, using a lorry with a 3-point link dragged or towed. No, and I mangled that corner a little bit too. Oh well, we'll fix that next time. But yeah, it's certainly different doing it like this. I mean, it's working pretty good. The only small issue is obviously it's a truck and it's a trailed thing, so I have to be a bit more careful about going around things. Yeah, because turning circles wise, it's not necessarily the best. And yeah, we could always I suppose we could be doing this with the now. Would it have the... Actually, that's okay. It's the other side that needs it. I think we might be able to do this with the telehandler as well, but I'm not sure if it has the horsepower for this plough. But either way, yeah, we can certainly do it with this lorry, no problem. Well, I say no problem. I'm making a right meal of it here. But it's this way I want to go. Yeah, there we Okay, lovely. Yep, so we'll just pop it back down there. And go forwards a bit. Lovely, got a nice little island around that now. That is fine. And at some point we'll probably get rid of those trees. We don't have a stump cutter at the moment, or stump grinder, whatever they're called. And there's no sense in shelling out 21 grand or 27 grand, however much it is, just to get rid of a handful of small trees, because they're not going to bother me at all to just go around them with a harvester and the seeder and stuff. We'll make some sensible islands, nothing massive, but yeah, just give it a little bit of space, and it'll be a nice feature in the field. I am perfectly fine with that. Yes, we're losing a little bit of field space, but is it really going to cause that big of a problem? I mean, we'll probably lose, about not even 50 litres of crop or something, probably. So yeah, that's all good. Not a problem. This one might be a teensy bit more awkward because it is kind of close to the edge. And yeah, turn that way. Oh, too far. Okay. Yeah, this is the only problem doing it with a lorry, I think, is the the distinct lack of turning radius that this thing has. But hey ho, here we go. And it's ploughing backwards nicely, so now we can get onto the front side and get that. No, I totally mangled that, didn't I? Oh well. We'll just go forwards and reverse up to it. Okay. Come on. Oh, I think that's fine. Yeah, that'll do. That is perfect. And let's just continue on with this, and I'll see you back in a little bit once we are ready to, once we start the stone picking, I think. Yeah, that shouldn't take too long, hopefully, but we shall see. Okay, we are back again, and hopefully I've got the recording working the correct way round this time. So, as you can see, we're halfway through stone picking on the first field now. It looks like this weird square up here is withered grapes, which is interesting. Not quite sure how that works, but with any luck, once we get the seeder going on it, it is going to be just fine. Yeah, what happened before? Basically, I'd gone around the field. I was chatting away. What I'd accidentally done was basically double tap the record button. So I had like a second of me starting to pull away, and then I'd stopped the recording. I didn't notice until I got to the end of when I was planning to stop recording, and realised I hadn't recorded anything. So yay, professional me. But yeah, so yeah, essentially what I was just saying was, we're going to stone pick everything up from here and see how much we get. Probably going to be one trip per field back to the over to the lime crusher, or the stone crusher lime producer thing, looking at how we're doing now. We might hit 50% stones before we we might get 50% full off of this one field, but the other field is definitely bigger over there, so I figure why take the chance, we might as well just tonk it on over there and drop off whatever we get from this first field, just in case, because knowing my luck I'd end up with like 10% extra stones left on the field or something totally silly like that, and then I just look like a chump taking a small amount back. So we'll go with that plan. But yeah, basically what we're going to do is get this all stone picked and prepped, then pop in a field of... I'm not sure about this one. We might do oats in this smaller one, and then do wheat and or barley in that one over there. Well, in fact, what we might do is wheat in this and barley in that, because we can feed both of them to the chickens anyway. And then do something like oats and maybe sorghum in one of the other fields once we get them sorted out, depending on how many fields we get. Because we are going to, I think, have another grass field. It depends. I mean, we're not going to have cows, but the silage will be a good way to make some early money. Oh, and I've got an achievement. It's just the beginning. I assume that's something to do with stone picking or seedbed making or some sort of farming achievement that I probably shouldn't have got with a lorry. So yeah, that's exciting, that is. But yeah, it's working out fairly well so far. It's got a little bit left to do on this field, and we should be good. Then we can run over. Oh yeah, we did make over 50%, so I will definitely run this first lot over to the thing once we get this field done, and then start on the second field. And yeah, then we'll think about seeding. Now, since we did put our other bag of seed straight into the greenhouses last night, although we have filled up the seeder, what I'm thinking we might do is pop down to the store once we've got everything seeded, because we will need lime and fertiliser. And possibly a roller, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, that might just be something we don't concern ourselves with for the moment. But certainly we're going to need lime and fertiliser. Depending on how much lime we get out of the stone crusher, of course. If we get a good amount of lime fairly quickly, we might be okay with that. But I'm not expecting miracles. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But we'll plonk this over there and get that processing. And then continue on with seeding, I think, and see where we stand there. But we've got these two fields nicely coming together now, and hopefully they are going to be quite productive for us. We'll be happy once we get this weird grape mess out of the way. Like I say, I think that's what happens if you put down grapevines and then remove the vines. It just leaves that sort of odd field growth in its place. Although I'm surprised it didn't take it away when we ploughed it. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I shall continue on with this, get these picked up. Well, in fact, this is going to be the end of this row, so yeah, we might as well take a drive over to the other place while we are here. So let's get to the end of that. There we go. Pick that up, fold it, turn it off. Okay, that's already off. Lovely. So into the cab view. Yeah, this is not a terrible lorry. It's a different way of farming, I guess. You know, it's not a tractor, so there is that bonus for us, and hopefully we are complying with all the rules so far. Yeah. A little bit of a slow start in some ways, I guess, because we are having to make our own fields and do all this fun stuff first, but I think in the long run it's going to work out pretty well. Yeah, once we get everything sort of up and going, we'll have all sorts of fun things happening. We'll get to using some of the productions over here. I think probably the one we are going to specifically go for is either flour or bread as the one that we go with to complete the... well, that didn't take long to unload. Yeah, to complete the sort of goal, achievement rule thing for the challenge. It will probably go with that. Oops, I'm trying to climb up the side there. Open, please. Yeah, we're going to take some water back over to the greenhouse since we're here. But yeah, I think probably bread or flour is going to be the ones we use. This has lots of stone, or lots of water and not a lot of stone, so let us activate this. Lovely. So that is now chugging away, I hope. Did I activate it? Yes, I did. Oh, lovely. We got 800 litres of lime already. Now, that's going to go away very quickly, isn't it? Well, I might as well hang over here and then just turn it off once it's finished. Well then, that, yeah, I suspect we'll probably be buying some lime. So, yes, well, oops, just jump randomly. We are just about full, so I shall head back over, drop this off the water at the greenhouse, and get picking on that next field, get all those stones up, run them back over here again, and see about starting seeding. So, I'll see you all back in when we're doing something else. Okay, we are down here at the shop now. We got that field stone picked, and we got about 1,000 litres of stone off it again. But what we are doing now, because we're going to need lime and probably a lot of it, I figured I'd come down to the store and have a purchase. And oh crikey, that's expensive. That is not supposed to be that expensive. Wow, 9,000 for... No, that's wrong. That is supposed to be... Wow, okay. Yeah, no, that's supposed to be $2 per... €2 per 1,000, not 1,500 per 1,000. Or even more than that. Wow, okay, that didn't go according to plan at all, did it? Can I empty this into the thing? What does it say is selling? No, that's buying. Yeah, so I'd have to try and pop that into the lime production thing. Well, that's all gone horribly wrong, hasn't it? Okay, so what am I going to do with this? I could unload it and try and sell it. I'll tell you what we are going to do. We are going to switch our lime production to selling, because that was rude. That was very, very rude. Oh dear. Okay, lime. Do we want to sell it? Yeah, why not? Selling. Bye bye. Okay, so we are going to buy some lime from the store now, because that was rude. Yeah, so $4.50 for 2,000. Or how much is it in the bags? $3.50 for 2,000. I don't think I have any other bag mods installed for that. Or yeah, okay, so we'll go with $3.50 for 2,000. So we should buy... I could have just done that, couldn't I? Yeah, well, we got a few there. Let's see if that is going to be enough to fill this. Actually, it might be enough to get it close to full. But I'm probably going to have to get the thing down here to fill it up, aren't I? Rude. But okay. Well, what we are going to do then is have a slight change of plan. I'm going to run back up, get the telehandler, come back down, pick up all those, and get some seed and fertilizer as well. And maybe another thing of chicken feed, and I'll see if I can drop this off at the other place as well. Maybe unload it or something. But yeah, we'll see you back once we've got this big bag mess figured out. Alright, we are coming back to the farm now. Managed to get all that entertaining mess sorted out. We have a trailer here with some stuff on it. We've got 3 bags of lime, 3 bags of chicken food, 1 bag of fertiliser, and 2 little jobbies of silage. What's it mix? The bond silage additive? Is that what it's called? Whatever that stuff is, we've got 2 little canisters of it because it was pretty cheap. So aside from the massively expensive lime debacle, we've now got however many litres this is of significantly less expensive lime. If I can line up on the holes correctly, there we go. No, come on. Oh, rude. There we go. So we are going to go and pop this into the lime spreader and get spreading, because we are behind on stuff. We sold the little bit of lime that was in the stone crusher, but it didn't really amount to much, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with all that. But we shall see. Come on, are you going to unload? Okay, why are you not unloading into this? You are bags of lime, aren't you? Yes. Do I have to press something to unload them? What's going on? Okay. No, yes. Do I have to press the button to start filling? Why are you not accepting lime? This is disastrous. Is it going to be this thing is acting weird? What happens if I disconnect it? Does that make any difference? Is this going to empty the lime? Possibly. Is it because I've got 3 bags? What's the deal? I am very confused at this point. Very confused indeed. Can it only unload from 1 bag at a time? Are my bags of lime broken? Ah, what is going on? Literally, what is going on? Let's see if we can do something with just 1 bag. No, that's not working either. Can't refill it. Shouldn't need to open that cover. I am very confused and somewhat concerned. I mean, we can spread what we've got, I think. Hang on. That would explain it. We've got fertilizer in it, not lime. How in the world... Now, this thing does do lime, doesn't it? Please tell me this thing does lime. I'm going to be... Oh, God. I'm just going to go and cry in a corner, I think. That's why the lime was so expensive. Because it was fertilizer. Oh, how exciting. So, 2,000 litres of fertilizer from the shop. Where is fertilizer? Solid fertilizer. Well, it still should only have been 400. That is a little peculiar. But it would be that, yeah, that's a little concerning. But, hey-ho. So we've got solid fertilizer in there, not actually lime. Well, I mean, we started fertilising the field, so which ones? Actually, it's all fertile. Ah, because it was grass first, wasn't it? That's why. Okay, so well, I guess let's fertilise it with this thing. See what happens, and then we'll have to go and purchase a different spreader. Because, in fact, we may... it gives us a good indication of the spread as well, so we may just... what's the button for this? There we go. Do that. And just go ahead and spread on all of it. Get it done. That's as far out as we can zoom as well. That's hilarious. Yeah, so I've completely mangled this job. I'm going to have to sell this and buy another spreader. You know, I could have sworn this one took lime, and because that was the reason I bought it. It was a trailed spreader that did everything. But for some reason now it's not accepting it, because I chose the wrong thing, or I don't know. Well, we'll just cry quietly into a corner. So I'm going to have to... Oh, I missed a bit there. Hey. I am just making a pig's ear of this, aren't I? Lummy. So, yeah, let's see. Forwards we get. Let's drop that all the way down to the minimum, which is 15. At least save some of it. On the bright side, precision farming is coming soon, so we'll at least hopefully get the precision map back again at the for the mini map. That will be nice. Yeah, we'll just throw in fertiliser all over the shop, and that's okay. We'll get the first coat on, then we'll get some lime on, then we'll seed it, then we'll drop the second coat on. Yeah, let's get this bit down the middle here. Oh, what fun! So yes, we are going to have to buy ourselves another seeder thing, or spreader, rather, and go up that far side and do this corner. I think that was what it... Oh, it's... No, wrong thing. It's this whole... I'm used to pressing the old FS19 buttons for things. Okay. Oh, it's not fertilising that. Okay. Curious. Okay, let's turn that off completely then. And go over here, and we're just going to unload this off of the back. Yeah, I think it does it to the right. Actually, we're not going to unload it because I have a ridiculous problem unloading this for some reason. So we'll have to do that with the other tool, which we shall do right now. Let's just pop that bag there. Actually, let's bring it back a bit. There we go, we'll pop it there. And yeah, it's something to do with that being a water tank, I think. For some reason it wants to unload the water tank and not the tool that's on the back. But, you know, can't really blame it, it's probably not supposed to be hooked up. There we go. Wow, that just threw that all out into the field, didn't it? Oh, that's... Oh, God, I'm just doing it all wrong. What I was going to do was nudge these slowly backwards into the... out of the bush, I should say. Because right now it's... wasn't expecting it to kick it that far out of the thing. But, you know, it's all good. So we'll just push that a little bit further out there. We can use that next time. Okay. So what do we have to do now? Let's see. We're going to hop in this. And we are going to go down to the store and get ourselves a new sprayer. Or spreader. Whatever this thing is. I give up. No, I don't give up. We are not giving up. We are going to get through this no matter what happens. We are going to make this thing work. That's the beauty of the challenge. So yes, I'll see you back up at the farm in a bit once we've got something more suitable. Okay, so we are back again now, and we've gone for the basic Bredel spreader, and it's got lime in it, which we bought from the store, and it only cost us €300 to fill up with lime. Isn't that exciting? So we are gonna poodle around here. I figure we start on this field because we got the bags of lime left in the other one, and that's just not fun. Yeah, it would be a bit rude to spread over them, but yeah, we'll hit this with the lime, and oh, you know, I should have fertilised this one as well. I wasn't even thinking. But not to worry, we've got this now. This'll do the job. I didn't go for the larger one because, quite frankly, it cost more and didn't give us anything much besides an extra 4,000 odd litres of capacity. And, you know, when you look at it, it was like 54 grand for this with the extensions and the spreaders, and we were looking at 80 something grand with extensions and spreaders on the other one, and the only difference was just the capacity. It was only like 4, maybe 5,000 litres more for an extra like 20 odd grand, maybe even 30 grand. So we just went with this one, and that's fine with me. So yeah, I'm going to continue on doing this, and we'll get this stuff spread out and put on both sides of the, or both fields, and probably do the seeding off camera, but as like a montage thing, and have that at the start of the next episode. So yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, and boy was it something, please give us a like, and hit the old subscribe button too if you haven't already. And comments are always welcomed, and if you'd like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And with that, I really do hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully next time we'll have something more exciting to see, rather than me failing at things. So yes, I shall carry on with this, get it all spread out, and hopefully we'll get a field on the go next time. Or I could just break the spreader that I've just bought. Yes. Cheerio everyone.